Assalamu alaikum, peace. I'm Sulaiman, and here's the deal. If this video gives you any clear value, if it gives you any real value and clarity, and this is all I ask, is that you hit the like and subscribe button. Now, let's get into the video. Have you ever been scrolling on TikTok, Instagram Reels, Twitter, whatever else, and you just see these people and it just looks like they have it all figured out? Like they have the perfect biceps, like perfect muscles, their iman looks so strong. They look like your ideal version of you. And you just ask yourself, am I falling behind? Now let's take a second to pause, because that's a lot. But this feeling isn't weakness. This is you comparing yourself to other people. Now, what's so wrong about comparison? What's so wrong about comparing yourself to people? Because you hear it a lot. You'll hear someone say, don't compare yourself, don't do this, blah, blah, blah. But why is it so destructive? I'll tell you why. Because when you compare yourself, you're forgetting the qadr that Allah has already planned for you. Okay? That's really important to understand. So when you're watching these videos, when you're watching these people live how you want to live, ask yourself, and this is a first step in being aware, ask yourself, am I watching their lives instead of building my own? That is where the shift happens. You have to remind yourself that what you're seeing is a highlighted reel, not real life. You're seeing the perfectly constructed videos of how their life is at the peak. You're seeing them at their high points. You're not seeing their low points. You're not seeing the fitna that they go through. What you're seeing is not real. Well, what you're seeing is a real, but that real is not real life. That's really important to understand and differentiate, because you're seeing a highlighted moment in someone else's life. So don't compare yourself with someone else's best moments, because you will have your own. And that's what you need to focus on building. So ask yourself when you're watching these reels, am I watching someone living their life, build their life, while I'm not building my own? So we want to elevate our awareness. Now on to the second E. We have 3 E's we're going to cover. I forgot to say it in the beginning, but we have the first E, which is to elevate awareness. Now we're going to elevate vision. You are not made to be a carbon copy of someone else. You have your own destiny. You have your own qadr. You have your own life and own personality. What type of Muslim characteristics, what type of character, what type of adab do you want to have? And all of this ultimately goes in your trust in Allah. Because if you're comparing yourself and you think that your life is just trash, you're not seeing all the blessings that Allah has given you. You're not showing real gratitude to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then we have the last E, which is to elevate your progress. You have elevated your awareness. You have elevated your vision. Now you need to elevate your progress. How are you going to become this person? Deadlines and goals. These two go together. There's a famous, you probably heard it 1,000 times in high school or in work, but if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Instead of asking yourself, why am I not like them? When you watch these videos of whoever on TikTok and Instagram, Twitter, whatever. Instead of asking yourself, why am I not like them? Ask yourself, what have I done to please Allah? Was it lowering my gaze? Was it reciting Quran out loud? Was it reading a page of Quran? Was it praying tahajjud? Any of those, that's real growth. Any of those are real, because you're not comparing yourself to others. You're growing by comparing yourself with yourself. So let's say, for an example, yesterday you didn't pray tahajjud. Today you did. If you did that, that's growth. It's as simple as that. And every time you have these small wins, this is huge because most people never do them. Celebrate them. Every time you have a huge win, always celebrate. Give yourself a pat on the back, eat a cookie, whatever. Play the game for 10 minutes, journal, do whatever feels rewarding, because you just did something small. It's something small, but in actuality it's big, it's huge, because a lot of small things does what? It makes one big thing. So remember the 3 E's. Elevate your awareness, elevate your vision, and elevate your progress. Celebrate your small wins. Remember that you're not here to live someone else's life. You're not here to be someone else. You're here to be you, which is probably the most important thing I've ever mentioned in any of these videos. You're here to be you. So set those goals, make those schedules, make your deadlines, and whatever else. Excuse the flies, they're everywhere. Remember our deal. If you learned anything, got any sort of clarity or any real value, I'd really appreciate a like and subscribe. That is it for this video. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.